go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. That's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point guard position.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Morant against Jackson. Morant dishes to Brooks. With the floater. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's Leonard missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Morant against George. Morant with a wide open look. Gets an open look and hits.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Jackson kicks to George. Jackson looking around, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Morris finds Leonard. Brooks grabs the board.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
In the corner, George with it. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. George passes to Zubac. That one doesn't go. Adams, some nice D.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Morant against Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the first. And he comes up with the deuce.
Just surveying the defense, and Paul George had enough room to get that one off.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Leonard dishes to Jackson. Got a piece of it. Kicks to George. Jackson passes to George. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. And here's Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the wide open shot for Morris. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Over Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game. And Bane drops them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. And Adams sends it back.
Well, the size of Steven Adams one thing, but persistence is another.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bain, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Leonard kicks to Jackson. Leonard inside. Guarded by Morant. Zubac, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 5.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. The turnaround Jay, and with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from George.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. And there's the pass to Jackson. The 3 from Morant. And they get it back. Bain for 3. Morris with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Dishes it to Leonard. Back to Morris. To the paint. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Kawhi getting up that time, just owning all the airspace around the rim.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Screen by Zubac. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Morant outside. Pass to Brooks. Floats it up there for Morant. Up high to stop the alleys.
And that's big time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
On the wing, Morris. Poked away. Back to Jackson. High post, Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morris. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
Bain kicks to Morant. Puts it up. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And look at how quick he was to White on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Morris outside. It's George on the wing. Zubac, a screen on Bain. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Paul George.
Yeah, not letting anybody keep him from that spot. Paul George, a nice, strong play that time.
Outside, Bain. That 3 off the mark. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Leonard against Brooks. Outside, George from deep. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. There's the lob to Jackson. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Reggie Jackson with a nice job just speeding up that time. The defense wasn't ready for that burst, and he draws a good foul. In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
On the wing, Brooks. Adams, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. And Brooks is good for 3. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Pass to George. Launches it. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Zubac finds George. His 3-pointers off the mark. It's Morant with the drop. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thanks, David. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Good on the shot. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Leonard. From downtown. No good that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Morant passes to Adams. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brent, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there was some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism to the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan.
Morris dishes to Jackson. On the wing, George. Over Bain. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Jackson. The rebound by Steven Adams. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. Go into the rack with energy in the D, afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Bain. And Adams kicks to Jackson. Bain for 3. Jackson passes to Bain. Lets it go with a 3. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the inside. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Morris.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Up top, Bain. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Morant. Leonard trying to break free. Here's Adams. Brooks with no one around. They get the rebound. Adams finds Bain. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
The 3 from George. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant drives in. And Adams with the slam.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Jackson dishes to George. Morris with a screen on Bain. And it's George missing. Memphis leading by 4. Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
And George gets it to go.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on. It's been interesting as Reggie has finally seemingly found a home, or at least confidence in the way he plays. He's a guy who can carry you on offense, and he will score in bursts. And those will be very loud points.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Over Brooks. Almost, but it rolls out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The pass to Adams. Now Morant. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard the pass to George. Over Bain. Los Angeles with another miss. 3/4 of play in a close game here. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 2. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick, because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And that was the right call. Look, when you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Brooks kicks to Morant. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. Jackson finds George. Morris outside. Outside, George to take the lead. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Morant looking around. Looking to end his cold spell. Outside, Bain. Back to Morant. Inside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Grizzlies foul. Stephen Adams. First personal foul. First team foul.
And that one misses.
A guy who keeps to himself quite a bit, Kawhi Leonard, more tries to lead by example and holds himself to the highest standards on the floor.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. And George kicks to Jackson. Jackson against Morris. That puts them in the lead.
You know, Reggie Jackson has had a few years in the NBA where he's averaged 6 or more assists, so he can make plays.
And here is Bain. Back to Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Morris finds George. Back to Morris. Outside Jackson. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. And Adams sends it back. Here's Morant.
Okay.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Jackson kicks to George. Lots of room. And right on target with the switch. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up. Huge shot at this moment in the game.
Brooks up on top. Feeds it to Jackson. Loads it up there for Morant. And finished up by Morant.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. Outside Leonard. A 3-ball. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks with it. Leonard's there. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
And the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Bain. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
George looking around. He dishes it to Leonard. Clock at 4. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disrupt it.
Grant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Reggie Jackson.
That's on Reggie Jackson.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost
At the
your
line
team
for the
points.
Grizzlies, John Morant.
He's able to hit the second one, and that'll put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
George against Bain. Money!
That is world class.
I've seen that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Outside, Bain. Morant outside. Lobs it up there for Brooks. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout.
It's time to get up and get loud. Time out for the Clippers. It's the time, everyone. Let me hear you. Okay, fans, make some noise for your Grizzlies.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Here's our defense. On your defense, here they go. The Grizzlies. Make some noise.
Now here's Morant for 3. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from the Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the center position. Jackson finds Morris. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort, and Adams sends it back. Brooks from outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris right side. Zubac's the pass to Morris. Here's George, and it's denied.
Rejected by Brooks. Part of why he's stuck as a second rounder. Dillon gives great effort on defense.
Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. And for Memphis, their shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles just continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
We're just over a minute into overtime here. Here's George with the drive. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Steven Adams picks one up.
In the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely. He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just one in the basket from Morant.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Outside for Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. The 19-foot shot. And it's good off the back rim and in. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Love to see PG getting into that zone. Committed to find the points.
Bain passes to Brooks. Floats it up there for Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And going back to college, Morant's made a habit of rising to the occasion.
Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Morris. Leonard with the ball. Morris with a screen on Brooks. Leonard with no one around. Laces one from 3.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
And it's Brooks in the corner. There's the 3. They get it back. Back to Bain. Second shot opportunity. The dish to Morant. 4 on the clock. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
You look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is. Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Here's Jackson. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap up.
And
Oh, tremendous alley. Thank you. So the Clippers win the tip. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And here's Minnesota now. Edwards, the pass to Russell. Back to Edwards. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Leonard outside. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
Four on the clock. Leonard for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Morris for 3. That shot missing. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. So what do you think the keys are that can help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Now here's George. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Jackson outside. Pass to Zubac. Ooh, Gobert with a steal.
That was just incredible instincts defensively. He saw the ball coming back out and made the play.
Russell, the pass to Towns. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Minnesota with the ball. Back to Gobert. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Here's Gobert.
Love the fact that Paul George expends great energy at both ends of the floor. He's a rangy defender who's extremely disruptive.
And George with the jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Stolen by Russell. McDaniels with it. Guarded now by George. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers trail.
You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability, but he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
Now here's McDaniels. Towns passes to McDaniels. Now Edwards. McDaniels inside. He's working on Morris. Can't get it to drop. Here's Leonard. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Russell. And he's going for the oop here. Ooh, Morris with a steal.
Anthony Edwards. First personal foul.
The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, B.A., I like that too, and he said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard, but I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable running the offense too.
Now here's Leonard. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Zubats.
Foul to the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert. Second personal foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Count the basket.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Leonard on the wing. Pass to George. Back to Leonard. There's the drive. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Defensive foul. Jaden McDaniel.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Edwards. Right side McDaniels. Towns for three. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard passes to Morris. Now here's Jackson. And that's not going to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Clippers.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Zubats finds Jackson. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3, and no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And it's Russell on the drive. The kick out to Edwards. Towns for 3. Nails it from 3. Towns has got 8 points. We've seen the pace of the game ratchet up every year, Clark. Might that trend reverse at some point?
I don't think so, B. I mean, the game is meant to be played fast, and because of the potency of the three-point shot, the skill level of the players, the athleticism, I think you're going to continue to see teams play with a lot of pace because that's easier in terms of producing points.
Edwards against George. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
It's George on the wing. Pass to Morris. Back to George. Knocked away. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Morris can't hit. Minnesota in the lead. Russell, the pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Pass to Morris. Russell against Jackson. And he drives in. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A., after dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
That one's good for 2. Russell's got his first basket.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Leonard. Jackson against Russell. Leonard out outside. For three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Timberwolves have gotten off to a sensational 5-for-5 start in the second quarter. And then Russell with the dunk.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now here's George. Zubac with a screen on Edwards. George passes to Zubac. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the lay-in.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Edwards against George. Here's Edwards to the middle. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
You know, Towns' teammates love seeing this. They encourage him to get after it and look to score more often.
Pass to Morris. And here's George, guarded by Edwards. Takes a three. And it's Paul George with the three. George has got 6.
With a few 40% seasons from deep, George has become one of the top three-point shooters in the game.
Russell against Jackson. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. The three ball. No good on the shot. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Towns for 3. Goes back up. And Gobert finishes inside. Gobert's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Jackson pass to George. Leonard outside. Inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
And the first half now in the books. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 13.
The Timberwolves, 29. And get ready for the Jabberwocky.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense. That's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in it to 1. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Morris can't hit.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
That's good from Jackson on the assist by Leonard.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer. One of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
And he's going for the lob. And Gobert with the stuff.
I mean, how do you stop Gobert on a slam? He's too big, rising up too fast. There's really nothing you can do.
So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleepy.
George for 3. From deep. The shot misses. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Russell, the pass to Gobert. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Gobert's got 6 in the quarter.
Terrific imagination, creativity. Russell already one of the league's more intriguing playmakers.
Leonard passes to Jackson, and there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Right side Edwards. McDaniels passes to Towns. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Boy, how do you stop Cat Karl Anthony Towns, an elite scoring talent with incredible size?
And Towns' three-pointer is the lead. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, this shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Back to Edwards. Here's Towns. He's got 15. Pass to McDaniels. And he lobs it up top. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. The putback. 1:57 left in the third quarter here. Edwards against George. Edwards, the pass to Russell. The 3 is up. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Jackson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Towns for 3. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to George. Back to Jackson. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Takes the 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. A minute 4 left to play in the third. Pass to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Zubac has got 5 now.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Towns for 3. Gobert inside. He's guarded by Zubac.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Edwards against George. Morris for 3. The shot comes out. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Pass to Jackson. There's the drive and the dunk by Jackson.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop it.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wing, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point guard position.
A good play ending with the right player. Big Cat, one of the best shooters we've ever seen at the center position.
For three, George. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. Zubac with the steal. Morris on the wing, covered by Towns. Jackson for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Towns. There's the 3. Here's Gobert. Edwards for 3. Hits a three-pointer.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
And here's George. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And it's Russell on the drive. Here's Towns. Pass to Gobert. Russell from outside. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. From deep three-point range. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson. And too long on the shot. Minnesota with the ball. Right now on a 9-0 run. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. They get the rebound. Back to Edwards. Down low. Outside for Russell. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Jackson. Zubac against Towns. Zubac passes to Leonard. Misses the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Edwards. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. Towns finds Russell. Back to Towns. Fires from deep. The rebound by Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Leonard passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Jackson. On the take. It's blocked.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
And the Clippers with the ball. They have yet to score here in the 4th.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
George hits them both. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Russell, the pass to Towns. Jacks up a 3. The shot by Russell, no good. Los Angeles shooting only 31% in the game.
Coming out here tonight and making a statement. Really good work all around
for the Timberwolves.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight. Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
George against Edwards. George outside. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 22 was their biggest lead. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. From deep. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed.
Not a bad role model for
Not at all. Yeah, some similarities definitely there, David. Thank you. And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Aldama in at the 4th spot. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Free throw good, Bane.
We know he can pass it. He's a tough defender, and Desmond Bane can shoot it from all over.
Morant with it. And stolen by Russell. Edwards with it. Now defended by Bane. Outside Edwards. Gobert finds Towns. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's the triple. Rebound Minnesota.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the rejection by Morant. Back to Bane. Out to Morant. Passes it to Bane. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Great vision by John Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
Russell dishes to Edwards. Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Loads it up there for Bane. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
This team encourages Bane to be assertive on offense. They want him to continue looking to score.
Here's McDaniels. Cuts off the pass. And it's Memphis on the break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Bane, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Even though he was dealing with a taller defender, he got big and got the job done.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Morant finds Bane. Lets the three fly. Doesn't go for it. And Minnesota will come the other way. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Now, here's Morant for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Edwards with the stop.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Morant passes to Aldama. Over to the wing. The pass to Adams. Towns with the steal. Out to Edwards. Outside, Towns. Oh, the lob to Gobert. It's stolen by Adams. Russell against Morant. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Gobert. Towns dishes to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Gobert. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. And Towns throws it down.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Morant against Russell. Aldama passes to Morant. To end the drought, here's Aldama. Towns with the steal. To the middle. Stolen by Brooks. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Morant with the ball. Aldama controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
And a wide open look for Payne. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going.
The previous play is under review.
He beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Minnesota on top. They're up by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just play unselfishly.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Then there's John Morant. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Aldama in at the 4. Edwards against Brooks. Outside, Bane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So they take the lead. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Bane with the bucket.
Efficient from range. Desmond came into the league with a sharp three-point shot.
Edwards fires from way outside. Another miss by Minnesota. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And it's Brooks in the corner. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's Morant with the try. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies. Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. Edwards kicks to Russell. Shot to stop the run. Here's Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We know you need talent to win, Steve, so how critical is basketball IQ to winning at the highest level? How important is it in that equation?
Kevin, it's everything. A playoff series can turn on a single play. And the guys, you can tell the difference who has a high basketball IQ and an average IQ. It does make a difference.
And Adams kicks to Morant. Russell against Morant. Russell passes to McDaniels. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Towns finds Edwards. Towns, no luck.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Bane, no good. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 9-point game. Edwards, that's good.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
On the wing, Brooks.
2 minutes.
Down low. Adams dishes to Brooks. The Grizzlies with another miss for Minnesota. They draw 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Morant kicks to Brooks. From past the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player, but he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best.
Good, nice job down low. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
That's a signature move by Gobert. The length allows him to do what others can't.
Here's Morant. The feed to Adams. That one goes in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Great execution, big target, perfect delivery. That's a tall task to defend Rudy Gobert.
Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Bane. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
And Bane drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Edwards with the stuff.
Already one of the league's more creative assist men. Russell making people around him better.
Here's Morant. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. For 3, Edwards. No good that time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 3.
25. The Grizzlies, 28.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bane.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steal.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
What a dangerous player to have in the backcourt. When Bane gets this hot, he will tear a defense apart.
Russell finds Gobert. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Morant. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Stronger than his frame might suggest. That's a big-time and one by Ja.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Russell from long range. Aldama with the rebound. Memphis leading by 4. Here's Morant. It's stolen by Edwards. From deep 3-point range. Russell passes to Gobert. Back to Russell. And the rejection by Morant.
Flying around the court, Morant can block shots both on ball and in help.
Gobert with the block. Now here's McDaniel. Guarded by Morant. Here's Gobert. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Russell dishes to Towns, changes up, and it's good on the way in. And that's now 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And proving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
And Adams kicks to Brooks. Back to Adams. Out to Morant. 4 on the shot clock. Misses the 3. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Payne for 3. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
This is why Desmond is out there to shoot and to shoot often.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
No one near Edwards as he lets it block. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the strike. And that one misses.
At the line for Minnesota.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
What an outstanding defender. Gobert's combination, in my opinion, of size and length is tough to match up against.
Payne for 3. Grant. That one goes. Count it.
Assisted by.
Now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Morant passes to Bing. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. He kicks to Gobert. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Outside Edwards. Towns for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Aldama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Morant scanning the floor. Pass to Aldama. Loads it up there for Morant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish it.
Edwards finds McDaniel. The steal. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. Stolen by McDaniels. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Brooks for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. In the corner, it's Payne. Plenty of space. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
The assist.
Morant's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. On deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Memphis out in front. They lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass. Right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Brooks. And it's Aldama in at the power forward. Here's Morant. And it goes down 2 points. Morant's got 9 points here in the second half.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
And Edwards launches it from deep. And he's way off from outside. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Morant dishes to Brooks. Launches a 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to Edwards. Here's Russell. Reverses. No good on the shot. And it's Memphis the other way. Payne for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bane's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
Nice job by Desmond Bane, showing the quickness to stop and pop.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Morant against Russell. And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Russell passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of this rookie.
Morant outside. Here he goes. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. It didn't look ready to receive it. At least they've got some room for error, but still a poor possession there.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Right side, Edwards. Here's Gobert. Edwards trying to get open. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Edwards.
Nice to see Rudy Gobert assert himself on the offensive end. They would like to see more of this from Rudy.
Morant passes to Aldama. Bane, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. 24 points for Desmond Bane. Towns for 3. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. Gobert the pass to Towns. Launches it. It's rebounded by Memphis. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Russell against Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. And Adams kicks to Morant. Passes to Aldama. Some nice passing there by Memphis for 3. And the Grizzlies get it back. Out to Morant. Out to the right wing. He tries for 3. Aldama can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 10. Got a piece of it. Here's Towns. And he uses the glass on the layup. That's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
1:04 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Morant. Now the pass to Bane. 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, Gobert pulls it in. Towns for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Morant against Russell. Morant passes to Aldama. 5 on the clock. Bane finds Morant. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. And so the Grizzlies take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position. That one goes. Count it.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
It's George on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Brooks against Leonard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, once he's in the painted area, you can see the level of aggression goes up for Kawhi Leonard.
Moran against George. On the wing, Brooks. Gets an open look and hits it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 for 3 so far.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
Now here's Morris. Pass to Leonard. Now here's Zubac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Zubac.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Now here's Leonard. Here's Jackson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
We know Reggie Jackson has the quickness to get inside and the toughness to make a play, folks.
And he sinks the second. Here's Morant. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside for Brooks. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Three-pointer.
Brooks has got 8 points.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the score by the Clippers. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. Now here's Morris. Leonard on the wing. Soft touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Great open look there.
Look at the mechanics on Morant's shot. He can totally trust himself to hit the quick jumper.
Jackson against Morant. Leonard on the wing. 1:05 left in the first. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They lead by 4. Leonard against Brooks. Lets it fly. And another basket for Memphis.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Jackson outside. And the by Jackson.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. Rejected by George.
Well, this is what makes Paul George special. Elite two-way plays, and that send-it back block sends a message to the offense. I'm here tonight, folks. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Jackson outside. Three-pointer. They get it back. Zubats. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Dylan Brooks, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Clippers Houston.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the one. Now here's Adams. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Pass to Jackson. Back to Adams. 5 to shoot. Zubats with the steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Morris for 3. Drains the triple. Morris has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Brooks left side. Kicks it out to Jackson. Off target from outside.
It has to be interesting if you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive a defensive force as we have seen.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
No one expected to see that. He's been owning the line as of late.
Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Adams finds Payne. Into the lane. Another shot. Adams, the pass to Payne. Back to Adams. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 4. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doors.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Morant against George. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Chalk up 2 there. Morant's got 9.
A phase of his game that Ja's worked hard on. Morant's jumper becoming more and more reliable.
Morris outside. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Pass to Brooks. Outside Payne. There's the triple. Brooks finds Payne. Goes up from the top of the key. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
Sinks it from distance. Give him 8 points now.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Now here's Morant. 9 points in the game. Outside for Brooks. This one for 3. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Leonard on the wing. Jackson outside. Back to Leonard. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Oh, deflected. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Jackson. Out on his own on the break. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, Reggie Jackson gets the steal, and not only that, thinks right away, let's get this to a teammate who's in transition.
Morant with it. Shoots over George. Brooks finds Morant with 2 seconds left. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And the first half comes to an end. Thanks, Alex.
24. The Grizzlies, 29.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Look at Dillon Brooks. What a contribution.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Morris. He's got 10. Here's Leonard going inside. Moran against Morris. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Releases. And that one's long. Memphis has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Zubac. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
From deep, Payne. The shot won't fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Here's Morant. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Kicks it out to Jackson. Wide open. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Morant against Jackson. Morris for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Three-pointer, Brooks. On target from range. And now it's an 8-point Memphis lead.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Jackson. To the middle. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. And then Morant with the dunk. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. George with it. Jackson outside. Morris sets a screen.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Morant, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Can they get it? Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense, Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Adams finds Morant with the drive. Takes a turnaround Jay. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind its star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. Here's Morant. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Goes back up. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Clippers have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Leonard for 3, and the Clippers miss again.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Kicks it out to Jackson. To the inside. Brooks. Up and in on the layup. Brooks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. Right now on a 9-0 run. Jackson against Morris. Outside for Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Leonard. Up in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to...
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Clippers Youth Dance Team.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Clippers shooting around 44%. Not bad. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in it to 5 down low. They get it back. Zubac. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams. Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game. Jackson, pass to Bane. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. George, a deep 3. George with another miss. Memphis shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Now Jackson. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Here's Jackson. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got rebound number 11. Morant with it. He's picked up by Zubac. And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Jackson against Morant. And the dunk by Jackson.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Here's Morant. Back to Brooks. From deep 3-point range. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
There's Jackson with the 3. Jackson with another miss. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Morris. Jackson outside. The 3 is up. Jackson with another miss. Memphis has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Jackson against Morant. Takes it inside. And here's Adams from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Morris from downtown. And they get it back. Second shot opportunity. And Zubac with the lay-in.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
George against Morant. Brooks, the pass to Bain. And here's Morant. Back to Bain. Pass to Morant. Shot clock at 2. Shoots over George. Kept alive. Adams, the pass to Brooks. And here's Bain. From deep. And another miss by Memphis. George outside. Leonard on the wing. From deep. And it's Bain with the rebound. Memphis has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Morant, the pass to Bain. Lets it go from deep. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Grizzlies.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Dillon Brooks.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Desmond Bain.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Brooks. No good off the back of the rim. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
Leonard passes to Morris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Morant. And so it's Memphis winning this one. They have to feel good about this performance.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And the Clippers starting 5. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. No good on the triple. Now the Timberwolves with it. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. That's a great pass.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Zubac finds George. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8. The broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive world.
A nice shot by George.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
Here's Russell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It's his first trip to the line. And so Russell hits them both. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get help, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Towns kicks to McDaniels. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Morris. Fires for 3. The shot will not fall. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Towns wide open. Kept alive. Gobert. Edwards against George. Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball. Los Angeles with another miss. Russell against Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. Jackson passes to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George looking around. Zubac, a screen on Russell. Shot clock at 5. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And good that time.
And how about Towns' activity level there? Sensing an opportunity and going for it on the steal.
Russell against Jackson. To the paint. Pass to Zubac. Morris outside. Jackson dishes to Leonard. 5 on the clock. It's George on the wing. The turnaround jumper. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Slam dunk by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
George passes to Jackson. Trying to end the drought. The dive for the ball. Towns with the steal. Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things. The refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Up top, Leonard. McDaniels defending. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Morris. It's good from long range.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Outside Jackson. From deep. That shot misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Timberwolves. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Stolen by Jackson. It's stolen by Edwards. McDaniels finds Towns. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. The shot's good. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
For 3, Edwards. Can't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Count the basket.
Oh, great work by Edwards to get up court in a hurry and get himself a bucket. Can't let those fast break opportunities get away.
Outside Jackson. Back to George. Zubac a screen on Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Towns. Paul George grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
In the corner, George with it. Back to Leonard. The trade. George. And the pass to Zubac. Outside Jackson. And another shot. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Russell passes to Gobert. Outside Jackson. Here's Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game break may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
That's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
John Wall's checked in for Jackson. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Now Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Wall kicks to George. Lets it go from deep. Here's Zubac. Outside Leonard. Morris looking over the floor. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
McDaniels dishes to Towns. Outside, Russell. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Morris outside. Over Towns. Pass to Leonard. And Wall kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
Outside, Wall. Passes it to George. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels defending. Puts it up from 12. That one misses. And Minnesota will come the other way. Edwards with it. Leonard picks him up. Shot by McDaniels. No good. George against Russell. Inside. Here's Morris. A 3 from Leonard. And here's Wall outside from deep. George. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David. And we'll be... And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Outside, Leonard. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
Leonard, that's for 2. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. McDaniels in the post. Leonard's there.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Zubats.
This is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Russell finds Gobert, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Gobert. 6 points for him. Russell passes to McDaniels. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Second team foul.
It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Good on the second free throw. And he nails the 3rd. Here's Wall. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And the dunk by Zubats.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Stolen by Zubats. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. He'll serve as a deadly third option for LA. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
McDaniels in the post. He's covered by Leonard. For 3, Edwards. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And George kicks the wall. George against Edwards. Here's Leonard. There's the pass to Zubac. The kick out to Wall. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Clock at 4. Here's George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Russell passes to Towns. Shoots it up. That shot, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
First team foul.
We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Outside, George. To the inside. Zubac kicks to George. The dish to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Wall. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard on the wing. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Feeds it to Morris. Outside for George. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Morris. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Outside, Russell. Wall with some nice D. The Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he's good on the 3 ball. Morris has got 10.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game. Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, leading. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. And Edwards with the stuff.
Love to see this from Russell as he's one of the league's most gifted passers.
Russell against Wall. Kicks it to George. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Russell. Wall with some nice D.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Tries again. Outside, Wall. George against Edwards. For the three. And the Clippers miss again.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
George passes to Zubac. Back to George. The kick out to Wall, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Russell, and he banks in the lane.
Well, not the biggest guy on the floor, but still big for a guard and a lefty. It's a nice soft touch from D'Lo.
All taking his time here. Zubac with the screen for Morris to end the cold streak. No good from Zubac. Timberwolves leading by 10. Russell kicks to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
And few 7-footers in the league have Towns' shooting touch. This is a guy you want to create for time and time again.
Outside Leonard. Knocked away. Towns with the steal. McDaniels with the ball. Leonard picks him up. It's stolen by Gobert. Bobbed up there for Edwards. Got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. Here's Gobert. The shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Zubac, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's on D'Angelo Russell. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Now, here's McDaniels. Towns, the pass to Gobert. Back to Towns. From deep. The long distance squeeze Barry. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Rudy Gobert.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Back to Russell. Pass to Edwards. From deep three-point range, Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown...
injuries among their reserve. And these are two high-flying teams, Grant. Loads of athleticism on the floor. What's it like to play in a game like this?
Oh, B.A., it is the best. It's so much fun. I mean, of course, here we're expecting lots of fast breaks, dunks, just in general, a lot of action. And, of course, the fans love these type of games. I can't wait.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And here's Edwards outside. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
From deep, Morant. It doesn't go for him. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Russell, the pass to Towns.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
Let's go with a 3. Morant missing again.
Every night, Ja Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
To halt the run, the rebound by the Timberwolves. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face, yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Knocks it down from distance. Edwards got 6 points.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The first one falls.
You know Ja Morant's such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups. Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Now here's Towns. Pass to Gobert. Back to Towns. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 5.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. It was only, let's do this.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Edwards for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Second chance effort. And Adams lays it in.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Gobert passes to Edwards. The 3 from Russell. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Morant missing again. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 19-7 run.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Now here's Morant. Nifty move. And then Morant with the dunk.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. And Gobert with the stuff.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Minnesota. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Edwards. 4-3. The shot by Russell, no good. Well, the Grizzlies shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Morant, no good.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Oh, there's the alley. And there's Bane. That one's good. The assist by Brooks.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Russell. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Morant. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
9 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And what has made D'Lo a max player? He puts constant pressure on the defense.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. With 1 on the clock. And stolen by Edwards. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead.
Please give a big round of applause.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's Steven Adams. And it's Aldama in at the power forward position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And here's Edwards outside. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break, Minnesota. And he lobs it up top. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
What an athletic play from Towns, rising up over the defense to hammer in the alley-oop.
Here's Morant. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Edwards fires from way outside. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. From deep, Bane. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Bane. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team. I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. Edwards, the pass to Russell, goes up on the wing, and that one drops. Russell's got 6.
Nice ball movement there, delivered the pass right on time.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said, we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie. Russell against Morant. Russell, the pass to Gobert. And it's Russell, that time on the assist from Gobert. Give him 8.
The aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
Morant, the pass to Bane. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, They're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting 3-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
A great skill level in the game right now.
No question.
Stolen by Bane. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
With elite speed and quickness, Morant continues to be ferocious on those fast breaks.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bane. And it's powered home by Towns.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. And it's Morant off the drive. From deep, Bane. Good. And the setup by Morant. Bane's got 8.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Here's Russell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
That free throw misses.
You're so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
The 3 from Bane. Stolen by Russell. Tries to spin move. Towns for 3. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
The versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
On the wing, Bane. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Russell against Brooks. Here's Edwards. And he makes it on the layup. Edwards got 9 points in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Inside, Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He's been productive. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone. About ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at small forward. Brooks with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. And he lobs it up. Oh, got a piece of it. And now the T-Wolves on the break. To the paint.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Bane against Edwards. From the high post, he squares up and sinks it. Edwards has got 22.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And it's slammed in by Adams.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Edwards for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 9 rebounds now. Bane with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And the shot's good. Morant's got 14.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Off target from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Russell to pass to Gobert. That one drops for him. 6 points for him.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Morant against Russell. Shot's good by Morant. Morant's gotten 4 this quarter.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Gobert passes to Edwards. Outside Russell. Back to Edwards. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Here's Morant. Pass to Aldama. Now Brooks. Oh, from deep. Shot clock at 5. Edwards pulls it in. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Russell to pass to Towns. Connects from downtown.
Such an effective big man. Towns isn't just a post-up threat. He can hurt you off the catch.
Pass to Brooks. Russell against Morant. Here's Bane. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
At the line from Memphis, Desmond Bane. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second one. Minnesota has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Russell to pass to Towns. And it's all from three-point range. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. And it's Brooks missing. It's been all Timberwolves. And about Brooks, becoming a staple in the middle of this lineup, Richard.
Plays the 2 and 3 positions on the floor and scores it really well. But most importantly, he's out there for his defensive effort and intensity. He is a versatile player that any team would love to have.
Edwards, a pass to Russell. Edwards against Morant. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Memphis has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Count that one. Morant's got 18.
Good D sometimes just isn't enough against Ja Morant.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bane. Outside Russell. It's tipped. Outside Edwards. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. Towns for 3. Here's Gobert. Out to the wing. They shoot again. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got rebound number 11. The 3 from Bane. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Pass to Towns. Fires the 3. Right side McDaniels. With his first shot attempt. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Then it's Steven Adams. Then it's Dillon Brooks. And it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves shooting 64% for the game. Amazing. Edwards with it. Checked by Brooks. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. The three from Bane. And they'll get another chance. Adams finds Bane. Another shot. Got a piece of it. Edwards against Morant. And there's the lob. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Adams high post. Clanks the dunk off the rim.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
And here's Morant outside. He can't get it to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. Let's go with a three. And they recover it. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Offline with a three. The Grizzlies have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal.
I mean, if height wasn't enough, Towns also has serious athleticism. There's just no easy shots when he's around.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Lets it go from the wing. Another miss by Minnesota.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Brooks, the pass to Bane. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep.
God, it's just ridiculous. He's an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Russell. Left side, Edwards. Outside Russell. Launches a three. Edwards can't hit.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
The rebound by the Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Towns. Banked it in off the glass. Towns has got 19 points.
A former #1 pick. Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
Brooks against McDaniels. Here's Adams. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. It's Edwards on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
Not himself in range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Morant against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Jacks up a three. Great D that time from Bane. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3. Bane's got 6 in the quarter.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Outside Edwards. To the middle. Picked it out of midair. Three-pointer, Brooks. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Throws it up high. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. On the wing, Bane. The three. McDaniels with the rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look. And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for D'Angelo Russell.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
Outside Morant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Over to the wing. And he's going for the oop here. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Down low. Oh, a flawless finish on the lob.
The vision, the ability to throw every type of pass. Morant's already reached an elite level as a playmaker.
Now Towns. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.